Good evening, Brave New World. Good evening, I'm so glad you're here. Now, it's Joshua here, and today I would like to record this video in which I'm going to emulate and imitate something that I did a few days ago, which was going into Facebook or going into a random YouTube video. In particular, at that time was a Facebook post. And I read the comments, and at the same time I made a comment about those comments written in the main thing that was the source of the comments. Does that make sense? I don't think so. But it was still a rather enjoyable activity to do, and I have decided to come here to do it again. And today we are going to have a look at the comments of the video of this magnificent song that you are listening to right now. The name of the song that we are going to have a look right now is Darkest Child. I pronounce it again, Darkest Child, by the magnificent composer Kevin MacLeod. It's a great masterpiece that, according to the description given in the very description of the video, it's categorized as what? Dark, eerie, unnerving, 2011. That is actually fascinating. It actually is. Kevin MacLeod, Kevin M-A-C, capital L-E-O-D. Kevin MacLeod is actually a super fascinating and multifaceted composer, and this is one of the magnum opus masterpieces that we are checking right now. The comment said the funniest thing about this song being super scary. For example, number one is a guy called Jacko says, "Welcome to Watch Mojo. Today we're going to be over the top 10 scariest noises ever recorded." I'd love to see that list. If there's something that the internet is known for, is top 10 list. People of Reddit asks Nairobi, "What's the scariest moment that ever happened while you were home alone?" Thankfully I have a cat, so she makes a lot of good company, and I know that I'm not so messed up so as to get horrible visions when I'm alone. Everyone is messed up. However, there are levels. Look at me right now. I'm divided in 3. The first level should be not so messed up, regular issues. Number 2 should be the issues get serious, and number 3, those issues or those psychological things going on in your mind that are basically flaws or malfunctions of your brain cause you to do horrible things. Every time I hear this music says Truder Mark, I get classic Roblox X-Hunt vibes. I don't know much or anything about Roblox. The only thing I know is that there is this sound that a lot of people are using. This song exists, says Doom Guy. The dark web YouTubers be like, it's free real estate, haha. I still don't know that joke. I still don't get that joke though, about the free real estate. If someone could explain it to me, please leave it in the comment section below. It was a dark and scary night. I was in my house in the forest, and then I saw, says Trashibi with double I, and it starts a chain. And there starts a chain of 50 comments that definitely are going to make a fascinating story that we're going to read later. Yes? Let's have a look. We will have a look later. In the meantime, let's have a look at the other comments. Dramatic zoom. Let's continue. That caught me off guard. Me too. Let's have a moment of silence. Let's have a moment of silence for the people who still haven't found this music. I'm paraphrasing the comment of this guy called PJ Villa. I totally agree with you, PJ Villa, because it has taken me so many years to find out the name of some particular songs by Kevin MacLeod that I actually enjoyed a lot. And it was so frustrating, you know. It was so frustrating. Give me a second, I have an idea. I was trying to turn off a candle. Yes, I could. Now, going back to this. Let us continue. When I saw Darkest Child, I thought it meant something else, says Just Playing. Me too. I was expecting something more playful. In fact, I've heard this song so many times that I've started to lose the fear towards it. What initially was something rather scary, after so many positions. After so much exposure to this thing, you start to lose your shock, your capacity of being in shock. Let's continue. Alright. Oh, this is super creepy and scary. Goes like this. Honors Film Review says, when you get fan mail but haven't released your P.O. box yet. How the heck did I find out your goddamn address? This is messed up. Don't stalk people. Title, Darkest Child. Me, hold up a second. Says Bliatman Poland. Had to be Polish apparently. I want to read the most interesting comments. For example, oh yeah, Emerald says, I read this in the previous video. Hello Emmy. I read this in the previous video and it says, Emerald says, welcome to the kill count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. Ooh, that's actually scary. Peter Dowie says, 5 months ago, forget In the House and In a Heartbeat. The media should play this when covering COVID-19 news. I actually agree with that, you know. Oh, this is the comment I was looking for, that I saw when I discovered this song for the first time. Every scary YouTube video I've ever seen. I totally agree. Oh, this is a very good comment that I read in the previous attempt. Goes like this. Bartholomew Allen says, más que una música de terror, me parece música celta de hadas, como las del juego de Microsoft para Xbox 360, Cameo Elements of Power. Let us translate that one with the mind of someone who does speak the language. More than a music of horror, it seems to me more like a Celtic fairy tale music. Like this Microsoft game for Xbox 360, Cameo Elements of Power. I totally like this comment. I totally do. You see, I had recorded this video many times previously, but it didn't go out well because of the audio, and I'm including it now. Oh no, this is actually so creepy, and I read it. The moment when you're in a pitch black room as a child, when all other child friends are in other rooms with the lights on. The darkest child. It makes sense, but that's not the one So, this is the one. Bold Lightning says, you wake up in a cold sweat in your room, cold and alone. You try to get your bearings when you hear a loud thud from across the room. The room is pitch black and the lamp doesn't turn on despite being plugged in. You hear ominous whispers and you finally opt to get out of bed. You put both feet on the floor, but you fall into the endless void. The whispers grow to be what sounds like tribal chanting. It has started. And I don't want to know what has started, but it sounds like you're going to be falling for the rest of eternity and you're going to be in absolute pain. You don't want that, do you? I'm pretty sure you don't. Let us continue, shall we? Alright. When you were sneaking around in an old abandoned haunted house, written incorrectly with your, the possessive, instead with your, YOU''re. The next comments are the creepiest ones, so let's play it one more time. Oh my god, this is rather messed up because it's disconnected and it has to do with eating disorders, and this is something that gives a lot of girls some hell. Hacker Service Team months ago says she hated food. In fact, she hated food so much that eventually she became a skeleton. Ella odiaba la comida tanto que de hecho la odiaba tanto que eventualmente se convirtió en un esqueleto. I'm serious, guys. Eat. Coman algo bien. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. That goes like this. Andrew Grice, 2 years ago, edited says, when you want to use the bathroom really badly, but it's 3 a.m. and you're scared to even get up. I totally agree, but I don't want to wet my bed and I don't want to make it smelly. And he says, wow, how did this get so many likes? Thank you all. Oh yeah. This is another one. Someone supposedly called SpongeBob SquarePants says, when the lights flicker and you remember that you agreed to play Flicker in real life. Flicker. Coco Boy says, American police in the title be like, hey, wait, that's illegal. Makes sense. Someone would think it has to do with a child being abducted. Aww. When you are home alone and someone sneezes. Okay, I guess I'll die. I'm smiling, but it's a fear smile. Oh no. Now. Welcome to Kill Count, the show where we tell you of the victims of our favorite horror movies. I'm James and today, And the important thing right here, those are the most amazing comments that I managed to read before it stopped charging. How about that? But that's not the only thing. Let's see if some others charged. I would say that my favorite comment was this one that says, when you're too scared to... When it's 3 o'clock, you want to go to the bathroom, but you're too scared. But the worst thing is, you don't fear the darkness. You fear what's in it, you know? Like, look at me in this moment. Without this illumination, it would be totally dark. It's totally pitch black. You are moving. So you might as well run. You might as well move. Keep going forward and don't stop. Keep going forward and don't stop. Don't turn back. Otherwise, it's going to get you. You don't know what it is, but it's going to get you and it's going after you. However, it's totally pitch dark. You don't even see your own nose. It's so dark that you don't see anything. And then, it's so dark that even when you stop living, when your heart stops beating, and when your mind vanishes into oblivion, it's going to be a darkness, just as dark as the one that you saw before you died. You are not going to be able to tell the difference, so you might as well go. Go, stop, go, don't stop, keep going, go. Otherwise, you might as well stop. However, if you do, it's going to get you. And when it does, who knows what it's going to do with you. It's so dark you're not going to see a thing. And when you die, it's going to be just as dark.